guys, Metal Tips for Truckers over here, and today this video is 5 things that I hate about pulling a step deck trailer. Now, as you guys know, I usually pull a flatbed, but every now and then I gotta pull this. Every now and then I gotta pull a Conestoga, and it's all right. It's no big deal. Now, one thing I do like about it though is Shelby really likes it because he likes to get in between these load levelers and get away from the wind, and I don't have to worry about him jumping onto the catwalk or anything. So my buddy likes it. Personally, I really don't, and this is 5 things that I hate about it. Maybe I'll do 5 things I love about it if I can think of them. But anyway, like I said, not that big of a deal, but first one is, and it's the biggest one, these things are heavy. These things are about 2,000 more pounds than a regular flatbed trailer. Even this aluminum one, all aluminum, even aluminum frame here, sometimes they're hybrids. Now if you got a steel step deck, I don't know what you're gonna haul with that. But like I said, this is aluminum and it's still really heavy. Empty, I'm probably at least 33,000. So that's a big pain. But speaking of weight, number 2, it's the weight distribution. Now, as you can see here, I'm hauling blocks, concrete blocks. Now, normally this wouldn't be a big issue on a flatbed, but the weight distribution, it gets kind of tricky, and you got to have some experience and some common sense on this one, because they told me I was getting 18 pallets, so I said 18. I got to think about this real quick. You need 2 up there on the top, and then this is what they call the drop deck, part of the step deck. So you tell the loader you want 2 on the top and all the rest after the drop. You can also manipulate a little bit. You can put these load levelers a lot of times on the front if you have space for them. I like to lay them down, just throw a strap over them. And speaking of load levelers, I got a video about how they need to be chained down really good with a triangle on both sides if you ever have a load on top of them. But technically, these bungees aren't made to secure this, and you could get a ticket for that. Now granted, I have a load on here, so I'm all right. But if I don't have a load, I'll diagonally put a strap over here. Just a quick tip right there. Going on to my next one, man, I tell you what, you can take these in the wintertime through Colorado or Washington or wherever, or Oregon, especially Oregon or California, because you need drag chains, which means chains on the trailer, if the chain law is required. And the wheels back here are too small and too close to the deck to be able to fit any chains on there, so you're just out of luck. Except for in Colorado, you can just put 3 railers on your drives, because you need 4 chains in Colorado. Which brings me on to my next one, and that's this. With this step here, it's really hard to get a proper tarp job. Now, what you want to do is put the tarp on and everything, and then you want to start your angle right about here and probably cover up here, because you want this to be watertight. You don't want your tarp to go at an angle like this and you got water going inside. Hey, Shelby. And then it just gets completely soaked, and plus it'll turn into a parachute. So what I do is I start angling down right about here to here. I make sure I strap it here, and I put a bungee from here, and I pull it tight onto here so it'll catch wind. So tarp is difficult, and one other thing I'm gonna have to show you, and that's, speaking of the wheels, when I told you the chains are difficult. Now, there's no winches above the tires here on a step deck like there is on a flatbed. And that Okay, and as you can see, you got a winch here, you got a winch all the way over here, but you got no winches in between there, and you obviously can't put one right above the tire. So what I do here is I take two 2-inch portables, and I'll put them on each side of the tire, and hopefully that can grab both sides of the pallet. As you can see, it's literally about the perfect space for a pallet. So sometimes it's real difficult to get this strapped down, because as you can see, we got the pallet starting right against the step there, the drop, sorry. And you'll always end up with a pallet here. If you're hauling bulk bags, you always end up with one right here, and you'll usually have to use 2 straps because you got to use this technique. Anyway, so that's my last, final 5th gripe about hauling a step deck. Shelby loves it. I don't care for it, but I'll definitely do it if I need to. It's Matt with Tips for Truckers. Have a great day, and I hope you really enjoy hauling these step decks. I hope this helps you.